Namaskar. 151 to 158. In this, Samarth Ramdas is telling us how to attain the both, how to attain that stability of mind, how to live with the God at all the times and devote our each moment as work is worship towards God. खरे शोधिता 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 है, मना बोधिता 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 है. सर्व परी सर्वही सज्जनाचे नियोगे, बरा निश्चयो पाविजे सानुरागे. 151. शोधिता शोधिता शोधिता, 3 times it is come, means it has come. It means you are searching, researching, searching and researching. Mana bodhita bodhita hai. Then your mind is understanding, attaining, understanding that state. Pari sarvahi sajjanache niyoge. But it happens because of satsanga, because you live with the good people. At that time you live with the God only, and you are living with the people who are godly as well. At that time it happens that you also become one with the God. Bara nishchyo pavije sandraj. Once we become one with the God, and with kindness, with compassion, with alertness of mind, with conscious mind, with awakened mind, we become one with the God. And that is the real both. That is the real realization. And you live in that realization at every moment. Then your life becomes beautiful 24/7. With each pulse beat and with each heartbeat. We have to live such a beautiful life. बहुता परी कुसरी तत्व झाडा परी अंतरे पाहिजे तो निवाळा. मनासार साचार ते वेगळे रे, समस्तामध्ये एक ते आगळे रे. 152. You see a lot of things in this world. Lot of concepts are there. Lot of philosophies are there. But inside your mind, when you understand those things, you should understand inside your mind, oh, it is like this. Whether this philosophy is there, that philosophy is there, infinite philosophies are there, but ultimately it takes to the self-realization only. मनासार साचार ते वेगळे रे, समस्तांमध्ये एक ते आगळे रे. So that God is there everywhere. Only one God exists everywhere. Ekoham bhusyam. That one God is there, but infinite things have been created. But inside everything that God is there, whether good or bad person or good or bad things are there, but God is there on which that exists. So you try to offer your prayers to that God, because that happens to be inside everything but no, existing nowhere. You realize both the side. It is beyond all these words and beyond all these concepts as well, that we saw when we saw the 14 ways to explain God. Om Ekaksharam Brahma. Om, one letter that explains everything. It is zero. It is beyond zero. All these concepts we saw. Beyond this concept that God is there, realize this and remain one with that. When your mind becomes calm and quiet and touches the feet of God, you realize that Deha Buddhya Tudasam, Jiva Buddhya Tudanshi, Atma Buddhya Tomya, and you live a peaceful and bright life. नवे पिंड ध्याने, नवे तत्व ध्याने, समाधान काही नवे तान माने, नवे योग यागे, नवे भोग त्यागे, समाधान ते सज्जनाचे नियोगे. 153. Pinda Dhyan means how exactly this body works, what exactly is living, and all those things. What happened? Shankaracharya happened to create all, there are 4 mathas have been created, north, south, east and west. Math means a place to live the seers, saints and sadhus and seers, who are his followers. After Vyas created, suppose 5,000 years ago, he clearly demarcated what is Samaved, what is Atharvaved and all these things, what are the Upanishad, different Upanishad and Puranas. After that, when Shankaracharya came, he distinguished and created a path for a saint or a sadhu or seers. Those are living ascetic life, wearing saffron clothes, and people like us who are grihastha-ashrami. He demarcated everything properly. Then four those mathas are there, places to north, south, east and west. He has given one Mahavakya. Mahavakya means the biggest of the ultimate realization sentences. You can see and observe and understand it by going to, just go and check with the Ashish Upanishad. Okay, in that I have given, in fact, by God's grace only, by Sadguru's grace, God's grace, and because of your blessings, all of your blessings. A disciple goes to the Sadguru and asks, "Who am I? Koham." Then Sadguru tells him, initiate him, and then said, "Ki Tattvamasi, you are part of that infinite soul of God. Tattvamasi, Tattva, and Tattvamasi, Tat, you are that." Then we perform the penance as a disciple, and then we realize, Aham Brahmasmi. We realize that yes, I am also God. Everybody is God. Every entity is God. In fact, not only me, everybody is. But we have to cleanse ourselves and live like a God, not like our demons. Okay, so Aham Brahmasi. Then Pradnyanam Brahma. You see, oh, everything is God and I'm stable. Then Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Then we realize that, oh, God is everywhere. Only thing existing is God only. Brahmam Satyam Jagan Mithya. Tattvadyan. There are so many philosophies are there, but nothing gives you satisfaction. Nothing gives you, I am this, I am that. Nave yoga. You perform a lot of yajnas and do a lot of yoga practices of meditation and everything. You practice even bhogatag, means I shall not eat this, I shall not eat that, and all those things. Severe life you try to live. You get rid of all the things. Even Lord Buddha did that. Once what happened, Lord Buddha felt that he's not been able to conquer his mind. Jitam jagat kena manohiyena. That person who has conquered the world has become the real conqueror of the world. So his mind became weak, body became weak, and then he felt that yes, I have conquered the mind. After some time, within moments in fact, he realized my body is weak, and after that I am conquering my mind. Okay, after body is weak, after mind is weak, I am conquering it. This is not real conquering. In fact, our body should be strong, mind should be strong, brain should be strong, all the people should be strong, and then if you are ruling, that is real realization and real ruling as well, real governance as well. In fact, those all realized soul will govern, self-governance will be there. In fact, he realized all those things, and then after that he went on to become Lord Buddha. And I told you last time that there are 37.3 trillion cells are there inside our body, cells. So each cell is also in distinguished species as such, and then our body is there, that has one soul, and all those things are there. So he realized that in each his cell one universe is there, and he saw 37.3 trillion universes inside his body. Imagine what kind of realization is that. In fact, it is beyond that. He went on to become, the realized soul and Buddha, in fact. Samadhanate sajjanaase niyoge. So once you create a good person inside your mind, Satjan, you become the person of the God, a realized soul, and then you create inside your mind all kind of satsanga, all kind of, Christmas, all kind of Diwalis at each moment. Then you become, a real self-realized soul. महावाक्य तत्वाधिके पंचकर्णे खुणे पाविजे संत संगे विवरणे द्वितीय संकेत जो दावी जातो त्या सांडूने चंद्रमा भावी जातो 154. And that is why in Mahavakya I told you about Shankaracharya, I told you about Buddha Dev as well. So when we live in a satsanga, if inside your mind satsanga is there forever, then you don't have to live a life of duality. You will become part of God, you will flow with the God, you will be self-realized soul, and what our real joy and real bliss will be there inside and outside and in each of our activity, because we will not break any rule, any regulation of the society, of the state, of the God, and of the the universal truths as well. We'll become unison with the God forever, and we'll be living a beautiful life. Then there'll be self-governance, there'll be everything will be beautiful. In fact, Pasaidan will be self-realized. Anandan Bhuvan, Ram Rajya, everything will be self-realized, and people will be living as a supreme being. It should start but with the mind. mind of each and every soul. Even the societal soul, individual soul, national soul, universal soul as well, and infinite universal soul. Once that duality is gone, God is there forever inside your mind. दिसेना जनित तेची शोधुनी पाहे, बरे पाहता गुज तेथेची आहे. करी घेऊ जाता कदा आढळेना, जनी सर्व कोंदाटले ते कळेना. 155. God is there everywhere, like I can see the sun in front of me. Similarly, every saint and sadhu can see God in front of them, and they live with the God each moment. But still people say we cannot see God, God doesn't exist and all those things. Disena janitechi shodhunvai. God cannot be seen in every person, but people say God is there inside everybody. Kari घेऊ जाता कदा आढेना, जनी सर्व कोंदाटले ते कळेना. It is there, highly densely packed. Only one thing exists, that is God. Super conscious God, conscious, or whatever you may say, it exists everywhere. But why we don't realize? Because we are involved in I am like this, I am like that, and our egotism, I, myself, me, and everything attached to body. If we get rid of this, then everything is already there. Beautiful, huh? म्हणे जाणता तो जनी मूर्ख पाहे, अतर्कासी तर्की असा कोण आहे. जनी मीपणे पाहता पाहावेना, तया लक्षिता वेगळे राहावेना. 156. That person is insane who doesn't realize all these things. At the same time, that person is also insane who tries to find out and fit everything inside his logic. There are a lot of things which are beyond our logic, beyond our brains. How much brain we have? This much. Infinite soul and infinite brain is infinite. We cannot realize with our own little mind or little body. We have to become unison with that to realize that. And once you become realize soul, you unison with that, no word can explain that. You have to become that to realize that. जनी मीपणे पाहता पाहावेना, त्या लक्षिता वेगळे राहावेना. That is what जनी मीपणे means. With egoism, we try to understand it, you'll never realize it. 157. बहुशास्त्र धुंडाळता वाड आहे, ज्या निश्चय ते एक तोही नसा आहे. मती भांडती शास्त्र बोधे विरोधे, गती खुंटती ज्ञान बोधे प्रबोधे. 157. We read a lot of books, we listen to a lot of people, but we cannot decide who we are, who am I. At the same time, there are so many shastras, so many just opposed knowledge exist. Duality is there and non-duality is there. They try to fight with each other. They try to prove we are the great. That kind of things happen. Debates. In place of discussion and conclusion and self-realization, people used to fight for those things. Even Shankaracharya faced it. Then I told you that he made the Parkaya. He knew how the life of a saffron cloth seers can live, and he used to live that. He didn't know how the realized soul in the with the Grihasthashram, with family lives. So he entered into body of some other soul, other person, and he realized how exactly those people live. And he lost that debate a year ago, how the Grihasthashrami live. Then after realizing all these things, the debate happened and he defeated after 1 year. And then all the sadhus and sannyasi, they started living in 4 mathas, north, south, east and west. And because they become his shishya, this disciple. And then he created a beautiful society at that time. Slowly it gets deteriorated, and then because people try to take advantage of everything now. Human beings are very good in cracking the these good things and taking advantage for them. We have to avoid that. Then only we can become realized soul. Otherwise, what happens? This is what happens. They cannot determine who they are, and they cannot live in that self-realization. And their mind, mati bhandati shastra bodhe virode, gati khuntati jnana bodhe prabodhe. So our mind always thinks about how can I defeat him, how can I overpower him, how can I become best in the world, how can I remain my charge of, means I can remain all the times in the mind of all the people, and as a good person, as this or that, whatever it may be. And with just opposed theologies and philosophies, if he's trying to prove himself throughout his life, then he lives his life in vain, in fact. Gati khuntati dhyana buddhi prabodhe. Our self-realization doesn't happen. Our mind also doesn't achieve that should be achieved. Our brains also do not achieve what it should be achieved. Unlike Bhagwan Shiva, he went on to realize everything. And every day he feels that there is new thing is there in the Ramanam, in chanting the name of Ram, in the meaning of the Gita, in every Mahavakya, he finds something new every day. What is the joy? What a joy is that? Every moment I'm getting something new inside that. Okay. 150th. Shruti Nyaya Mimamsa ke Tarka Shastre Smriti Veda Vedanta Vakya Vichitre Swaya Shesha Maunavala Sthira Pahe Manasarva Janiva Sanduna Rahe. 158th. Shruti means whatever you listen and pass on to next generation. Nyaya means judgment. What is good, what is bad, what is truth. Mimamsa, Sake Tarka Shastra. There are logic is also there. There are so many knowledges are there. Smriti Veda Vedanta Vakya Vichitre. Smriti means whatever we have memorized and learned, that is we are passing on to next generation. That is Smriti. Shruti means listening. Smriti means keeping in mind and learning by heart and all those things. And keeping in brain and then passing on to next generation. Veda, Vedanta. Vedas everybody knows. Atharvaveda, Samveda and all those things. Vedanta Vakya. Vedanta Vakya means Vedanta means Upanishad. Vedanta. After the Vedas have been done, that is the gist of Vedas have been put into Vedanta. Anta means the end. And the gist is there as Aham Atma, Tattvamasi, Pradnyanam Brahma, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Those are the sentences. And if you start debating on that, you will find that Vichitra means everybody is talking something else. But still God is one. Ekoham Bahusyam. Try to understand. God is one and so many things, infinite things have been arised and have been created through it only. Swaya Shesha Maunavala Sthira Pahe. The Shesh serpent on which Lord Shiva is taking rest has 1,000 mouths, but he couldn't explain the God. And then he said, Neti, God, I am at your feet. Please take care of me. Manasarva Janiva Sandune Rahe. Like that, we should live a devoted life. We should live a life which is at every moment, with each pulse beat, with each heartbeat, is a realized life, living with the God, living in joy and forever bliss. And then realizing Anandavan Bhuvan, Swananda Bodh Patan, Ram Rajya, and a heaven-like state inside our mind and everywhere. So that our own self good is there, societal good is there, family good is there, state level good is there, and universal level good things happen. And we are living in harmony with nature at all the times. Let us try to live such a peaceful, conscious, alert, awakened, self-realized, self-governing life, so that will not only benefit this body but everybody and everybody. So it will satisfy Ekoham and Bahusyam as well. That will satisfy ourselves and each and every entity in this world. If we follow all ethics and values and rules and regulations. If we remain with God at all the times, with these kinds of realization. Let us try to live such a pious and beautiful life as predicted and told and lived by Samarth Ramdas, to make our life a fruitful life. Thank you very much.